Welcome back to First Edition, and it's time to get psyched with Dr. Janine. Christmas Eve, just 2 weeks away, and while this is an exciting time for children, it can also bring along some worries. With tips on how to speak with our children about this Christmas season is Dr. Janine Hubbard. Thank you so much for coming in again.
Good evening.
So we know that Christmas celebrations are being altered because of COVID-19, and because of that, some children may be a bit concerned that Santa won't be able to make his trip around the world. How do we assure our kids that Santa is probably still going to come?
We have heard from all of the key health officials that Santa will be coming. He's considered an essential worker, and apparently he has passed all of his COVID tests, so we'll be good.
Okay, 2020 has also brought with it a lot of economic hardship. Many businesses, as we know, had to shut down for an extended period of time. So how about Santa's workshop?
Unfortunately, Santa's workshop, like a lot of other businesses in this country, did have to shut down for a while this year. So I've been certainly talking to a lot of kids about the fact that Santa may not be able to bring as many things as they were hoping for this year. And so that, you know, it might look a little different this year, but hopefully the situation is going to look different by the time everything ramps up next year.
Absolutely. And of course, there are also many other worries that children have about Christmas, not just this year, but every year, and not just Christmas, Santa Claus and a bunch of other things. So how do we get our children to kind of open up if they're feeling some anxieties or if they're worried about something?
Really important right now to ask them what they're worried about. You'd be surprised. I've had kids tell me that the idea, wait, there's a strange man coming into my house, was causing them all kinds of anxiety. Well, that's fine. We told Santa he was delivering to the back shed. It was an easy solution. We have kids who are worried that, well, you know what, I got in a fight with my brother, and does that mean I wasn't good and maybe Santa's not going to come? We need to work on finding out their worries, finding out their concerns, and providing the reassurance. It's been a rough year. Santa's coming in some way, shape, or form, I promise.
Now, we have about 20 seconds left, and I know there is something that you had hoped to mention, and that was about when it comes to gifts and Santa Claus and family members.
I always like to remind parents, Santa asks me to tell parents this every year, that Santa brings small gifts, and that if there are larger gifts or electronics or big gifts, that they really should be coming from family members, because Santa has a really hard time explaining to kids why one kid got a PS5 and one kid got a much smaller gift, and yet Santa somehow was getting the credit for both of them. Right. So just a friendly little reminder.
Absolutely. All right, Dr. Janine Hubbard, it's great getting psyched with you, and I'll see you next week.
Absolutely.